Good morning, everyone. This is Susie, and welcome to Susie Crafted Designs. It's Sunday morning, and I have another video for you for my Love is in the Air series for Valentine's Day. I appreciate you all coming back and hitting the like button, subscribing, and sending me comments. I love it. So let me show you what I made for today's project. Okay, so I have a few things going on over here. My display is on my kitchen countertop, so I try to set it all up. You know me with the fabric and the whole scenery. I like it to look like that. Anyway, this one is really pretty. So the first one I'm going to show you is this really pretty heart. I made something like this many years ago, and I wanted to do like a little recap of it once again for the holiday season. You can certainly use this as like a windmill type of thing. I forget what they call it, a wish, a windmill wish. I don't know what they call it, but people have them hanging up in their cars. But this one is not that. Years ago, there was a I think it was Prima that put something out. I believe it was a little smaller than that. And there was so many different designers who were replicating the design from them. I put my own twist into it, and this was pretty easy. You all can go ahead and try one out on your own if you like. What I used on this one is floral wire. It is 18 gauge floral wire. You can get it at any craft store. I got mine at Michael's. I use this floral wire to make leaves for my handmade roses. And I just had a scrap piece of silk, which is like that peachy mauve kind of color. And I wrapped it around with some glue here and there. I actually burned my fingers today. And after I did first I shaped the wire, the size of the heart. It was a little wonky, but you know, with the coverage of the pearls and the flowers, you're able to see that that is certainly a heart. Did I just bend it a little bit even? Okay, and you can play with it once the fabric is on there. I used some really pretty mulberry paper flowers and some pearls and netting. And piece of seam binding up over here to hang it if I choose to do so. And at the bottom, like I always do with all of my hearts that I make, I always put in the middle some strands of whatever it is that I want to put. Here, these strands, most of them, except for the lace, everything else comes from a bag that I bought in Hobby Lobby that had all different pieces of trim. And I believe that was like $4.99. It had a lot of different colors that I don't really use. But you never know, you need that occasional baby yellow, whatever. But there was a lot of pink and blue and cream and mauve in there. So I took some of what I needed out of that and I added it to the heart. So I'm just going to hold it back to show you right there. Really pretty. Definitely, I'll show you the flip side of it. It's all neat. What I did was I pulled off some of the bottom of the flowers because they're loose. They're only sitting on a piece of wire, so they flip around. You don't want that. So I kind of put like a little band-aid on there, if you want to call it. The bottom of the flower, I removed it. I glued the flower to the wire and the fabric, and then I put the bottom of the flower over it right there and glued it so it's stable. And then on some of the other little pieces, I used like a piece of lace so it looks pretty. And there's another band-aid flower so it doesn't look like sloppy on both sides. It's nice and neat, especially if you want to use it as a gift. You can certainly tie this to a nice wine bottle and, you know, bring it to someone's house, friends, boyfriend, whatever setup. Very cute, and use it afterwards. You can hang it on a doorknob. I had one years ago. It was white with lace. You can look it up back on YouTube if you like. And after a while, I had mine hanging on the doorknob for quite some time. So that's my first project for today in this series. And then over here, I made something like this on a candlestick not long ago, but I chose to go ahead and do another one because I wanted to have something on the side of this project that I made. And this is a Rayo's jar. Rayo's is a very delicious tomato sauce. And I used a Doorbell Vintage Co. label, and even on the other one that I made a while back, I used the same label. Very, very pretty. I put some Mod Podge behind it, on the front of it, so that, you know, you don't grab onto it and tear it. So it's sealed very well. Some faux rhinestone, looking very blingy. There's a little candle in there. On top here, I had some spare scrap paper laying around from Prima, and I covered the cover. First, I painted it with chalk paint, and then I used some fabric glue, put that on there, and then I put some really pretty flowers and bling in there, a heart bling that's a button, and some pearls. And just to show you the other side of it, some ribbon from Crafty Me Shop from Esme, and some little bit of matching that, like into the lavender pinky kind of color, some stray pearls, and then just a piece of lace that was on my desk that I kind of pulled together in the center and formed a very sloppy looking bow, which looks really pretty even though. And then some white Chinese braid going around it to kind of seal up the chalk paint and the Prima up on top here, the paper. Looking really pretty. And along with that, I decided to do another project, really super pretty. This wire that I used is also floral wire, but it's the really thick one. And you can buy it in Michael's. It bends very, very easily. You can certainly, I don't know if you can see it there. There it is. But it comes in silver and it comes in gold. I had gold, and it was not hard to make the circle, but you have to kind of almost warm it up with your hands as you're forming it into a circle. Very easy to form into any shape at all. It is, though, the wire itself is a little thicker than the wire I used here. I have some vintage lace that is double. It's plain on one piece of it, and the middle piece is the eyelet in cream. And I used some netting, which is my favorite in the Shabby Chic Crafts. I just love it. Some other really pretty roses and some cabbage roses. Just beautiful. These little diamonds that you see here, those are in the wedding section. They come in a box of like 500 for maybe $10. So sometimes in my crafts, I like to incorporate those just when I really could not put down like, you know, rhinestones on a strand because it was crooked looking. Even if I tried to sew it, it was too straight. So I just decided to be very simple yet elegant and just throw some pearls in there and teeny tiny roses. And then underneath here is some vintage, I use it very sparingly, vintage lace. It's probably about, I don't know, maybe a little bit bigger or a quarter of an inch wide, but the design is just so pretty. I love it. So I tied a bow there, and I put some white pearl hanging. Ever so simple, finished off underneath. Very clean. And even the back looks nice and clean if I were to give it as a gift. It's hanging on a satin white ribbon that when I did this, I finished off the top of it in a circle. That's where the closure is. And that circle is where I threaded through the ribbon, so I didn't have to glue it onto the lace, which I did not want to do. There's nothing wrong with that, but I don't know. Sometimes when you hang weight on lace or on a flower or something like that, and this is a little weighty, sometimes the glue comes off, and I don't want to do that. So, my friends, I'm out of breath. I don't know why I'm talking up a storm this morning. So, these are my projects. So cute. I do love this heart. I really do. It's really pretty. And you know something? The setup looks so nice. I'm sorry that I have to even take it down. I have a Luminara candle there. I buy those from QVC if anyone is interested to know where I got those. To the right on the bottom, there's some cream colored cabbage flowers that are from Hobby Lobby. Those are really super pretty too. I'll show those to you. They're really pretty. I cut a bunch of them off and I placed them in other areas and crafts that I did for my own house for holiday decoration with pumpkins and so on. And so being that it's a cream color, it does get match other things that I'm working on. And my teddy bear, just a little something. And also I have a dress form. I don't even know. I think that one might be, yeah, I think that might be from Hobby Lobby. My husband, every time he would see a dress form anywhere, I have tons of them in my house. I even have it from like 1939. I have a dress form. I'm going to take you over to my dress form. I'm not kidding. Here's a dress form that I have in my house. Let's see, what's that? 1971. My husband bought that for me a really long time ago. Okay, back to the project. So, okay, you guys, that's really it. If you have any questions, please let me know. If there's something that you'd like me to make that you would want to see, please let me know. I'm not the greatest at tutorials, and sometimes things take me quite some time to get the supplies ready to actually make them. Sometimes I start things in advance and then I pick them up a little bit later on in the day or a few days later, so I don't really do live crafting. I've been thinking about it though on my Facebook channel, Susan Crafter, you'll see it. That's my private Facebook. I've been thinking of doing some tutorials just directly right on the Facebook Live. I may be trying something like that. I'm not promising, but I will try to do, because I have so many people asking me about just showing how I'm crafting what I'm making. So I hope you guys enjoyed seeing this craft. The jar, really pretty. Save your jars, try to hold on to them, even like a wine bottle or any other kind of alcohol bottle, and you can play with them, sand it down a little bit, do some decoupage with napkins and paper and lots of stuff. It's a lot of fun. I think I may try something like that down the line, but I'm good with this for now, you guys. Until the next project, stay well, be happy. I'm doing okay, kind of, and I hope everybody is doing okay as well. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye.